Blitz on 2, brought to you by Crew Chevrolet, Steen Enterprises, and McDonald's.
Good evening, high school football fans, and welcome to Week 8 of the Blitz on 2. I'm Brendan Clark, along with Evan West, bringing you all the highlights from your favorite football teams.
Yeah, Brendan, several teams still unbeaten and looking to stay that way as we are already halfway through the month of October, and it is all about region play.
It sure is. Here are some of the storylines we are following tonight. Both Ashley Ridge, Fort Dorchester continue their impressive run, both still undefeated. Our Blitz on 2 game of the week takes us to Cane Bay as the Cobras are hosting Goose Creek.
The Wando Warriors running on empty as they play their third game in just 9 days. Can you believe it? Pinewood Prep, another unbeaten. We'll see if they stay that way. And a 50-year career comes to an end. It's a great story from a Northwood Academy later in the show.
But first, it's our Blitz on 2 game of the week, a game we live streamed in its entirety. Kinda had some technical difficulties, but it was on our website, counton2.com. Goose Creek and Cane Bay. Absolutely beautiful night for football. Checking in with the Gators and the Cobras. Let's play football. First half, Goose Creek. Tyreek Martin getting around the left side, silky smooth and fast. 7-0 Gators. Cane Bay field goal cut it to 7-3, but here comes the Creek. Rach McMillan right at you, right past you. Gets inside the 15-yard line, sets up the big man, Leandre Legree. Hey, I'm going all the way. 13-3 score. Gators up 20-6 at this point. Cane Bay stops this one from getting out of reach, though, right here. In fact, down just a touchdown with less than 90 seconds to play. The Snakes had to go 80 yards, and they do it in one play. Keyshawn Foy, look at him go. All 80 yards for the touchdown, and guess what? Come back complete. We go to overtime, tied at 20. First play in overtime for Cane Bay. Jeez, what a heartbreaker. A fumble, and Goose Creek would recover. So Goose Creek gets the ball, and then on their first play in OT, it's QB Dom Jefferson. He goes in for 6. What a game. A game won by Goose Creek. 26-20 the final in OT. The Gators, well, they host Wando next week.
Just a great win, you know, kind of up comfortably 20-3, and Cane Bay's a fighting team. They fight each and every week. They're a great football team, and, you know, they made some plays and were able to tie this thing up. So it was, you know, great to get the turnover there and then, you know, score on the first play. We made it exciting, I guess, so that's great. That's high school football right there. So
couldn't say it better, Coach. Cane Bay at James Island next week. Over to Ray Stackley Field. Wando playing Wando's playing Stratford, and this is what you saw early from Stratford. The game was tied 14-14, and Stratford answered in the third. J.D. Davis plunged in from a yard out, made it 21-14. Wando tried to answer, but the snap you saw there was bad. Bailey Hart couldn't get it. Stratford recovered. More Davis on the ground. Big gain here to set Stratford up inside the Wando 25. The Knights, in the beginning of the fourth quarter then, well, they score. Guess who? J.D. Davis from 2 yards out. That made it 28-14 to Knights. Stratford comes back. They were down 14-0 in this game, but they get the win over Wando. 28-14. Evan.
Big win for Stratford, now down to Bluffton. Unbeaten Ashley Ridge. The Swamp Foxes at the Bobcats. We pick it up in the second half. Bluffton ball up 21-13. Swamp Fox defense making plays. They strip the ball. That's Hakeem Ellington taking it right from that Bobcat. He's down towards the end zone. Now it's Stephen Duncan's turn. He can air it out a little bit. He's scrambling, finds Russell Montgomery along the far edge of the end zone for a 6-yard touchdown. After the failed 2-point conversion, Bluffton leads 21-19, and here the Bobcats are running for more. DeQuandre Smalls goes all the way through that Swamp Fox defense to the 3-yard line. Can they punch it in? Hunter Eldridge says, yes, sir, they can. They go up 28-19, but how about Ashley Ridge? They come back. Can I do the math? They score 34 points unanswered to win this, 53-28.
You're a mathematician. Speaking of undefeated teams, how about Fort Dorchester, the P-Men down in Walterboro and against Carlton County. And here we go. Let's play football. Datron James barreling his way in, made it 14-0. Then we go low angle on you right here in the second quarter, same score. James again running for some tough yards. Fort D's offense is working. Carlton's defense is struggling. James goes for over 1,000 yards in the season. It was the Fort, though, leading 30-0 at the half, and this about seals it. Raekwon Simmons back for the punt. Watch this return. Got it at the 30. Hey, he was breaking tackles, spinning and running, eventually scoring 62 yards for the return. That made it 37-0. Fort D wins 44-6. They are 9-0 as they host Bluffton next week.
West Ashley definitely still fuming over their loss to Wando Monday night. The Wildcats lost a 2-touchdown lead to the Warriors in their first region game. Tonight, Wildcats back at home against James Island. Didn't take long for Bobby Marion's bunch to take their frustration out on the field. The first offensive play from scrimmage for West Ashley, Justin Berry to David Smith. The DB can throw a little boop scoop boogie to DeQuell Holmes. Turns it into the touchdown. The West Ashley crowd goes wild as their team jumps ahead 6-0. James Island all about the bus, but on this 4th down, he's out of gas. Wildcats take over with good field position. They turn it into another touchdown. That's Dexter Freeman with the short score. It's 12-0 Wildcats just 4 minutes in. They go on to win big, 59-13 the final score. All right, up to North Charleston, Hanahan at Stall. The Hawks, they took off early. Vontre Howard, the running back, flies in for the tutty. It's 10-0 Hanahan. A little later, Victor Colbert is Hanahan's quarterback. He's trying to make biscuits out of baking soda, if you know what I mean. Guy just cannot find anybody open, and then he eventually finds the wrong guy, Alonzo Worthen. He gets the pick for Stall, but there is nothing doing. They give the ball right back. Later in the second, Vontre Howard scores his second touchdown of the game to make it 17-0 Hanahan with a big win, 56-14. We've already talked about 2 undefeated teams. Let's talk about another academic magnet hosting Whale Branch. The Warriors have a whale of a running back, Damjour Davis, walloping 35 yards inside the red zone. Later, Jamar Scott keeps it for Whale Branch, 7-0. Kid's got legs and he has arms, as most football players do, but he actually has a little accuracy. Check it out right here. Keani Porter on the catch, and no one is going to catch this kid. 13-0 Whale Branch jumps ahead. They hand ACMAG their first loss of the season, 28-20 the final.
One team that fell from the ranks of the unbeaten last week, North Charleston, suffering their first loss. Before mentioned Academic Magnet Raptors, the team that beat them there. Trying to get back in the win column, North Charleston hosting Battery Creek in the second half. Creek with a 13-8 lead. The handoff to Alterrell Chapman, 30 dirty yards, and he's down in the red zone. And the next play, it's back to Chapman, who takes it in for the score. Made it 19-8 Battery Creek with the lead. North Charleston trying to make some noise, but Battery Creek comes to batter up there. North Charleston 33-16. That was North Chuck's second straight loss in this game.
Got to get back.
Yeah. Over on Daniel Island, Bishop England hosted Garrett Tech. Bishops with a narrow 14-6 lead at the start of the third, but John DeStefano tries to erase any doubt with the outcome. He's running, he's gunning, he's pushed out around the 12-yard line eventually. Hey,
there it is.
He kind of went out of bounds there. Maybe didn't get pushed, just kind of stepped out, right? Very next play, Bishops, well, they give it back to him. DeStefano, he's in for the score. Bishop England runs over Garrett tonight, 35-6 is your final in that ball game.
Homecoming down at Johnson Haygood Stadium for the Burke Bulldogs, taking on the St. John's Islanders. Here's J.J. Mitchell on the return for St. John's. He takes it 77 yards. Try catching this guy. We sped it up too. Don't worry, he's not that fast. But it is coming back. There was laundry on the field. That's a flag. So the Islanders get it from their 35 now. Caleb Watson chunking it up to K.J. Robinson. He's inside the 15. We're on a drive, and it ends with T.J. Givens taking it in for 6 points. The Islanders, all part of a 38-0 shutout over Burke. Next stop, Military Magnet and Cross. Can you believe this? Cross led 65-0 at half. We pick it up, same score in the fourth. Cross about to sneak in, but Raekwon Smalls fumbles the ball. Military Mag catches a break. Josh Brown scoops it up, but the very next play, oh, they just cannot hang on to this. Josh Ravenel sniffs out this one like a dog on a hog. Pick 6 for Cross. They shut out Military Magnet 74-0.
Some great highlights from Week 8. Still got a bunch of undefeated teams still to come on the Blitz On 2. More games from around the Low Country. Going to head to Porter Goud, out to Lake Marion, checking in with the undefeated Pinewood Prep Panthers. Stay with us. You're watching Blitz On 2.